name is Brother Kofi. Could you please stand for the devotional creed? It's a call and response. It's on the I am.
I am.
Because we are.
Because we are.
We are.
We are.
Because I am.
Because I am.
I'm the genius.
I'm the genius
of our ancestor.
of our ancestor.
Creator.
Creator.
Molongo. Onkolonkolo. I am powerful.
I am powerful.
And loving.
And loving.
Thanks to our Creator.
Thanks to our Creator.
Onyame.
Onyame.
Odolamare.
Odolamare.
And my brothers and sisters keeper for eternal life. I'm the light of humanity, civilization, and our salvation. I am Ubuntu Na Zulu, the Pan-African Sacred Community. Ashe, 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 oh. We can all be seated. Sister Eva will come and do the libation of prayers. Sister Eva?
Ian Hotep, thank you for coming. I'm going to do the libation. And when I say Ashe, you say Ashe. Ashe.
Ashe.
Thank you. We call upon our ancestors, far and near, fathers of our fathers, mothers of our mothers, to bear witness to what we have done, and by their example to continue to inspire us toward reclaiming our African minds, regenerating our African spirit, liberating our homeland, and reclaiming our greatness as a people. Ashe.
Ashe.
We pour this libation to bring into our midst their venerable African spirit, radiating their great wisdom, dedication, and unyielding commitment to victory by any means necessary. It is in the honor of our Creator, our ancestors, our children, and their children that we pour this libation for the Creator and the various manifestations of the creative spirit. Ashe.
Ashe.
We pour libation, Ashe,
Ashe.
for our esteemed ancestors who laid the foundation for human civilization and who provided the wisdom by which we live and the models by which our lives are guided. Ashe.
Ashe.
We pour libation, Ashe,
Ashe.
for our esteemed ancestors who have suffered the atrocities and horrors of our Holocaust and yet demonstrated the victorious power of the African spirit against adversity by maintaining their dignity no matter the cost. Ashe.
Ashe.
We pour libation, Ashe,
Ashe.
and for those ancestors who survived and made it possible for all of us to be here today to continue on their valiant struggle for African liberation and vindication. Ashe.
Ashe.
We pour libation, Ashe.
Ashe.
And finally, for our children and their children and future generations of Africans to come, that they too, in their time, will vindicate our race from all adversaries and continue to imprint upon the world the great genius of African humanity. Ashe.
Ashe.
We pour libation, Ashe.
Ashe.
May the venerable African spirit engulf this occasion to reaffirm our Africanity. It is done. Aman is satisfied. The ancestors are satisfied. Ukulukulu is satisfied. Olodumare is satisfied. Ashe.
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 Ashe. Okay, thank you. I'm just going to read a short passage from the Ode Ifa. It relates to struggle that we were talking about earlier in our Kua. If all people were destined to be buried in coffins, all the aroka trees in the forest would have been used up. That was the teaching of Ifa for Oweri, one called struggle, who was coming from heaven to earth. They said, we are constantly struggling, all of us. We are constantly struggling. Those who choose good destinies are not many. Thus, we are continuously struggling, all of us. We are continuously struggling because those who choose good destinies are not many. I added that. That wasn't part of it. Thank you. Ashe. 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 Thank you. Okay, we have Professor Small here. He's one of our favorite mentors. He says he's going to give us a good working over today. He's got some new stuff for us. He's going to talk about Afrikan spirituality. And we see him as a scholar, an educator, and definitely a Pan-Africanist, which is what we are. The IMU ministry is a Pan-African ministry, and a lot of us in the ministry are involved in Pan-African, other Pan-African organizations. He doesn't like for us to do this, but we're going to do it anyway. We're going to ask him to come up front so that we could give him our traditional IMU welcome. And we'll do him a favor today. Instead of doing it...
No, do it the way you do it.
See? Now he's changing his mind. We're going to do Funga Alafia. We say Funga Alafia 2 times, and then we say hello, how are you 2 times, and we'll come up and greet him. All right? So it's Funga Alafia. Ashe, Ashe. Senior moment, I guess. All right, so what you do is line up over here. We're going to start singing, clapping your hands. I forgot my my merry maker. Yes, I left it in the truck. All right, but we can clap our hands and come up to greet him. All right, could you just stand over here on the floor?
Rock, if you bring me, oh, the bag is here. I'm good. Well, hello, black folks. Yeah. I would say Hotep, but y'all don't know what that means. That's what I was telling Sister about yesterday. We say Hotep, and we know the general meaning, but it don't really hit the nerves in us, because it's not the language we think in, dream in, feel in, see in. Now, I'm taking the English language back. I'm not letting nobody tell me that the English language is no good, because if the English language is no good, 99% of us is no good, because that's the only language we think in, sleep in, dream in, eat in. So, since all languages emanates out of African language, there really is no language that's bad. There's some that's just better structured to be used than others. English is one of the poorly structured ones, because it's one of the latest ways of people explaining to themselves the things about themselves. So somebody told me that may God bless me. Well, ain't no God gonna bless me. I'm the only God that can bless me. You see, they got us hung up. Even when we go black, we still chasing white gods, you know, in blackface. Because we chasing it the same way we chased them when we were chasing the white gods. And even when, you know, like, I know sisters try to throw a little punch in me, sister even know how to sneak them punches on you. So when I was talking about all the different gods, she dropped, well, Ola Damari ain't English either. Meaning, you're supposed to be a Yoruba priest, trying to drop one on the brother. But everybody in this room, there is no God that can exist without you. You understand? There is no God, but we made that word up. The word God is a German word, because English is a Germanic dialect. And the word means mighty man. So even when the white man was using it, he couldn't conceptualize